Hi, it's Chris Watkin here with the coolest man in estate agency marketing, Chris Kyriakou. Thanks for joining me today,
Thank you,
Chris.
Chris, for having me.
What are your thoughts about estate agents who brag about their market share with Rightmove graphs or stand outside properties say they've just exchanged? Talk to me.
Well, I think there's a time and a place, right? I think the Rightmove stats and graph are really valuable in an appointment when you're trying to build some authority.
I agree.
When you know, because you have a very short period of time in that appointment sometimes to build give your knowledge, build your authority, get your trust. Okay, but in terms of like plastering them on social media or onto leaflets or anything like that, I think that's probably not the right place to do that, especially not on a continual basis. And when you say brag, I'm assuming you mean like continuously.
Just working out a Rightmove graph saying, look at our market share, and they've got, they're number one with 4.3% of the market, and the next door neighbours at 4.1, and the next one's at 4.0.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not impressive. I mean, it's not like our friend Rob from Elmore's. I mean, he's got 80% market share. I mean, yeah, you go for it, big boy.
Yeah, and in truth, I think, like I just said a minute ago, there's a time and a place. I think if you are the type of agent that gives value to your clients in terms of regular updates on the market, tips on selling, local property news, that sort of thing, that helps you build your authority in the space, and then you pepper it with a graph that shows your market share, that it is considerably larger than any other agent in the area. Yeah, 4% market share making you a leader is probably not what I'd want to be displaying. But if you have got a 50% share, which is amazing, not many agents have that sort of market share, especially when it's in a crowded market space, then yeah, show the graph, just back up what you've said. If you've done a week of blog posts, at the end of that, you might want to top it off with a graph that says, look, I really do know what I'm talking about. Here's the proof in the pudding.
I do agree with you on that one. I mean, Michelle Gallagher from Lancaster, JDG, she gives out an awful lot of great content, both written content and video content, which is of a giving, informational sort of content. And by, she's almost earned the right to put those out.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be frank, everybody knows my opinion on that, but there's not many people who are like Michelle Gallagher. Most agents just whack it out as some kind of ego, they don't give, but they're just trying to take.
Yeah.
And don't even get me started about these prats that stand outside a house saying, I've just exchanged this in 28 days, look how big my wood is.
Yeah, I hear you, but also, I mean, we've also got to think, well, sometimes they do it in absence of anything else to share.
Okay.
It's very difficult to always come up with new blog posts or give value or write an article yourself. I know there's people out there like yourself that can help them with that. But sometimes in absence of that, it's so easy to just go right with and go, let me get some marketing material from there.
A lot of people say we're in the sales industry and it's good to share our successes. Do you think it's good to share? If all your posts is just sharing successes?
I think no. I think it's good to share the success for someone who is interested in your success. And that's probably the person who's just about to make a decision on which agent to choose.
They've probably already made that decision, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. If you're doing it right, then they have already made that decision, yes.
But surely if all you're doing is trying to chuck out stuff that massage your ego, the 99.99% of the people who are not ready to make a decision, it could actually be backfiring.
Yeah, I mean, you ask yourself, when you post that post, is it giving the person that is reading it any value or taking them closer to that point of them saying, yes, this is the sort of person I want to deal with? Okay. And if you're constantly bragging, as you call it, then it does tend to be a bit of a turn off.
What else is it apart from bragging?
Yeah, it is bragging if you keep doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
I mean, what makes the estate agent so special that you never see an accountant bragging? I mean, people say, "Well, accountants are different." We're all in the sales game. Our job is to sell our services to people.
That's right.
You'll never see an accountant saying, I've just done the most tax returns than anyone else in this town."
Yeah, you don't. Because it's probably not that not sexy enough.
But it's selling, so many people have chosen me to sell my house, look at this, or I was just outside, I've just exchanged contracts.
Yeah, it doesn't give any value to the viewer.
Okay. Do you think it's selfish?
I don't think... it's easy for us to stand here and say it's selfish and point fingers, and I understand where you're going, but sometimes they just don't know any better. You know, it's like, this is what we do.
Okay, but sure, you could almost say that we deserve our reputation as an industry because all we do is seem to talk about ourselves. It's like someone at the party that someone talks about themselves all night. Yeah, you know what to think of them.
I hear you. I don't think that. I'm gonna expand on this point for a sec, because I don't think that is what gets our industry, the lack of respect.
It doesn't help though, does it?
It doesn't help, but I think that's a far deeper issue, of why there is contempt for estate agents. But yeah, that certainly doesn't help. No, not at all. But so to cap off on that, I think, it's all about giving value. Help people move along, get people to know you, to like you and trust you. We're talking about know, like and trust. It's been around for so long now, and it's never going away. It's the key stages of getting someone to instruct you. So my advice to people would be, look, work on building a relationship with your audience. Work on getting to them to know, like and trust you long before you turn up at their door, okay? And if the odd stat here and there along the journey is going to help you to move them along, especially in the building authority part of the journey, if you're showing it to them right at the beginning where they're getting to know you, well, yeah, they might know you as an arse who just brags about themselves all the time. But if you if they're now in the authority part of the journey where you're trying to build a bit of authority with that person, it might be nice to say, well, look, thanks for following me all this time. I've given you all this, just to so I do know what I'm talking about. I've got 50% market share. Just going to park that there a sec, right? And then move on.
It's not even that. It's just say half of the people trust me to sell their house.
To sell their house. That's right. That's right.
It's just looking at it from a different point of view.
It's all about context and timing.
Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
I have to agree with you.
Thank you
for your time today.
No problem at all, Chris.